क्या बाहर जाओ। एक तकिया कहाँ चली गई इधर से यार। 3 लोग बैठे हैं, सबको गुड मॉर्निंग बोलना। अरे आओ यार।
ये सब ना करो हमारे सामने, ऐसे इंटरव्यू नहीं करता है, सब खाता पीता नहीं।
तुमको क्या दिक्कत है भाई?
फॉर्मल इंटरव्यू चल रहा है तो क्या?
फॉर्मल चल रहा है, तुम फॉर्मल में आ रहा हूँ। अब बैठे थे बात करते हैं। दौड़ो दौड़ो।
मैं कमिंग सर। गुड इवनिंग सर। गुड इवनिंग सर। गुड इवनिंग। थैंक यू।
सबसे इंट्रोड्यूस yourself.
So my name is Abhishek Srivastava. I belong to Fatehpur, Uttar Pradesh. I was born and brought up there only. I have done my schooling till class 12 from Fatehpur, Uttar Pradesh. Thereafter, I pursued my graduation in civil engineering from National Institute of Technology, Tiruchirappalli. After that, I was involved in a YouTube channel and website where I worked as a content creator and also for the search engine optimization part of the website and YouTube channel. My hobbies include practicing awareness meditation as prescribed in the book The Joy of Living by Yongey Mingyur Rinpoche, and I also like watching web series.
Which web series do you watch recently? Do you watch
So I was recently watching the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina.
In which platform?
Netflix.
In Netflix are something OTT. What are the meaning of OTT?
So OTT is basically over the top platforms. Uh, Basically these platforms do not they are web hosted, so we can avail the content which are provided in these platforms by just using internet. So there is apps also of Netflix and website also. We do not need to go through the normal uh, dish TV or other. It is directly hosted on the internet.
So what is the meaning of OTT?
So the full form of OTT is over the top platform.
Why this name over the top?
So I'm not sure about it, but I think it must be related to its being posted on the internet.
School power. Baat की करो. What? So you have done your engineering, or civil engineering. Why you choose civil engineering?
So I was good in physics and mathematics, so I thought that, and I also qualified for JEE mains, and since I was choosing the BTech stream, so I thought that civil engineering will provide me an opportunity to study more physics.
Why don't try for the science stream rather than engineering stream?
So I think because of lack of awareness at that time.
Yeah, because science stream can give you better opportunity in the field of physics and mathematics. So, can you name some subject of your engineering discipline?
Yes, sir. So strength of materials is there, then soil mechanics is there, concrete technology is there, surveying is there, building materials and construction, and strength of steel structures, and there is transportation engineering.
Which type of material used in the construction of our national highways?
So it is mortar is used, and bitumen is also used in the construction of, for example, in concrete is used, reinforced concrete in the construction of RCC roads, and bitumen is a layer that is built over the topmost layer of the roads and highways is built made up of bitumen.
What is the difference between RCC road and the bitumen layer roads?
So RCC is basically reinforced concrete. So the concrete which is reinforced with steel to provide for tensile strength of the concrete, that is RCC, and it is better in both compressive strength as well as tensile strength. While bitumen is a layer. It is a layer which is put over the roads at the topmost to provide for uh, better texture.
Just for texture.
It does not have much to do with the strength of the road.
Okay. Which type of column used in the bridges? You have seen bridge.
Yes.
Which type of column used in the bridge?
So columns are used basically. They can be, I mean, they can be rounded columns also, or they can be eye-shaped columns also, which can be used in the bridges.
In the metro pillars, you have seen something I shape of columns. What is the name of that column? What is the specification of that column?
So eye-shaped. I don't know about the name of that column, but I think it is shaped eye, and it provides better support to the structure, and it is also reinforced at the top and bottom with reinforcements.
How can we check the strength of some materials, soil or anything?
I think destructive tests are also there for checking the strength of soils. For example, if we take soil, or even if we take concrete, and after 28 days we can check its strength by putting it under a machine which tests that how much load it can take, after how much load it breaks or it cracks.
You told us that you work as a content creator in the YouTube. You have heard something about the gig worker.
Yes.
Can you explain that what is the term for the gig work? Why this term gig worker? What is the meaning of this? And what is the impact of these workers in our economy?
So gig workers are basically those workers who are not permanent employees of the company. They do not work either on the permanent or contract basis, but they work on the project basis. For example, if a company wants to make a video advertisement, they just want a particular video, and they can contact a person who is efficient in making these videos. So for making that video, they can make a contract with that person that I'll pay this much amount of money to you for this video, and that's it, the transaction between both parties, and it's not a permanent type of uh, contract between the persons that they are working for that company. It's a project basis.
What is the difference between gig worker and the unorganized worker?
Unorganized workers, gig workers also come under the category of unorganized workers, basically because they do not have particular salary, or they do not have pay leave, which is the proper definition of organized workers. Organized workers are basically those workers who work under any establishment, and they get proper salary and leaves, and proper amount of a daily work time. So gig workers are basically unorganized workers because their work is unorganized in nature. It's not organized.
क्या चाहते हो? हम जैसे जाएगा करना पड़ेगा हम जरूर बैठे. So, do our organization provide some securities to these workers?
So till now,
Security?
the social security, EPFO is mostly concerned with social security for the organized sector only, but in the new labor code there is also provision for providing social security to the unorganized sectors.
सिर्फ इधर देखना नहीं, इधर आराम से बैठ के जो बात करो इधर ही बात करो. So mostly there is no social security for the gig workers and no social. What is the labor code for these workers?
Labor code.
For gig workers, is there any labor code for the gig workers?
So till now there is no particular labor code for the gig workers, but there is provision for providing social security to these gig workers in the new labor codes. And also the Rajasthan government also passed a new law recently for providing social security to these gig workers.
Means there is no labor code, but there is an initiative for the social security of the gig workers. What are the some initiative of this regard?
So I'm not delved into the detail, but I think that Rajasthan government recently passed a bill that provides for social security, like some fund will be cut for for the companies who are hiring. For example, if Zomato is hiring or Uber is hiring for the delivery purpose, so they must provide.
Are
some
they gig
social-
worker?
Yes, so they come under the category of gig workers.
Tell us something about the EPFO organization, as you want to join the EPFO organization. Tell us something about
The
it.
epfo is one of the largest social security organizations in India. It was formed in 1952 by an Act of Parliament, that is Employment Provident Fund and Miscellaneous Provisions Act 1952, and it basically caters to the social security needs of workers who are employed in organized sectors, basically those establishments which employ more than 20 workers. Currently, it has about 137 regional offices and 21 zonal offices in India and 117 district offices in India. And it has an entire, at the top of EPFO is Central Board of Trustees, who is responsible, the body which is responsible for making the decisions of the organization about where investments should be made and what are the policies through which EPFO should work for providing better and efficient social security. Uh, and apart from that, it has currently also started some e-governance initiatives uh, for providing better services to the employees and employers.
One more question from the gig worker. Do you can you quantify that what are their contribution in our economy? And means how much the market, how much what is the quantification of the gig workers that they earn? What is the economy share?
So currently, gig workers are very large in number in India. About I'm not sure, but they are in vast number in India, and their contribution to the economy is also. Uh, I'm not sure about it, but it's They are contributing a huge, a minimum amount of part.
दे रखे हो क्या? यहाँ पे नोट कर देता हूँ तो क्या पढ़ना है. Number
Size of economy.
नहीं चाहिए. घंटा बंदा चाहिए. इनकी बड़ा नंबर है पता है. As you work for the YouTube, can you say that the content creator are also come under the gig economy?
So I think that because content creators, so I think they are independent workers. For example, in YouTube, I think they come under the category of gig workers because we are working for the YouTube platform and there's sharing. But mostly it is YouTube partnership program, so it's more of a partnership program because we make content and a particular share goes to us and a particular share goes to YouTube.
Does YouTube provide any super security to their content creator?
No, sir. There's no social security as such.
There is something about the ESIC.
So ESIC is Employees State Insurance Corporation, which is also one of the organizations which caters to the insurance needs of the workers. Basically, uh, those establishments which employs more than 10 workers, they come under the purview of Employees State Insurance Corporation, and the insurance it provides is a very wide insurance. It is a very broad insurance. For example, it also provides for the disability times, and in case of death, in case of maternity also, in case of vocational
So, what is the
rehabilitation.
difference between EDLI and ESIC?
So EDLI is basically Employees Deposit Linked Insurance, which is just related to the life insurance, while ESIC caters to various insurances like maternity and times of maternity.
So, ESIC is the part of the epfo, or it is the
It is a different organization.
it belongs to state? It varies from state to state, or it is a central organization?
I'm not sure about it.
You have heard something about the drones? What are the drones?
So drones are basically unmanned aerial vehicles, which are used for various purposes. Like they can be fitted with cameras, so they can be used even in those places where humans can't reach, and also they can be used. They recently have been used in delivery of products. So they can be multi-purpose, but the basic idea behind this, they are aerial vehicles, the small aerial vehicles.
So they are the small aerial vehicles, unmanned aerial vehicles. They can reach in that places where a man cannot reach. So what is the security provided by the government for the drones? Because drones can use for the spy type of works. So what are the regulations regarding this?
So recently some regulations were there by the government of India, like for even purchasing drones, we have to take uh, several we have to get government mandate that we are using drones, and also even the import of materials has been restricted by the government uh, in the recent policies.
सिर्फ नहीं गवर्नमेंट ने एक रूल बनाया ना ड्रोन कितनी हाइट तक चलाने के लिए सर्टिफिकेट मिलता है कि इतने हाइट से ऊपर अगर आपको ड्राइव करना ड्रोन करना है तो कैन ड्रोन बी a threat to the airplanes which moves in the space means aerospace airplanes also helicopters or airplanes also fly. Can these drones be some threat to the because as you said that this can be used for commercial purpose. Over a period of time, the number of the drones will be increased because Amazon have more than 4-5 lakhs employees. So, do you think that there should be some regulations?
So yes, sir, there should be regulations for drone because they are basically they are basically machines which can also be used for those purposes. Like they can also be used for unethical purposes, and that's why there should be regulations.
Okay. So you are done with engineering from the Tamil Nadu, from the NIT. So, what are the NITs? And tell us something about the first. Tell us something about the NITs.
So NITs are basically National Institute of Technology. They are full form. Earlier they were known by Regional Engineering College. Their name was REC. Um, but after the year 2000, in some year, their name got changed to National Institute of Technology, and they were uh, considered just like IITs. They were considered to be uh, a premier institute in terms of engineering and technology in India, and to foster a culture of engineering and research in technology in India, and to bring those technologies which could also help in alleviation of social problems of India.
Okay. So you have done your engineering from the NIT Trichy that is situated in Tamil Nadu, and you belong to the Uttar Pradesh. What are the striking differences in the Tamil Nadu and Uttar Pradesh in the aspect of social security?
So social security, in the aspect of social security, uh, I think I'm not sure about it, but
As we have heard one thing about the Amma Kitchen and uh, means Jalita government have done many things for the social security purpose. So can you tell us something? What are that initiatives which have been taken by the that government, and what are the social security scheme has been run by that government? Can you name some?
so they have several schemes run by the government. For example, free bus rides to the women in Tamil Nadu, and also, for example, bicycles are provided, and even books are provided to the children in Tamil Nadu. For and also there are subsidized kitchens which are running in across the states uh, for providing an affordable cooked food to the people living in Tamil Nadu. So these are some of the schemes which are being run for providing better conditions to the life of people in Tamil Nadu, and they have also paid well, I think, in terms of
Returns. I mean, this scheme get good returns. This scheme elevated the
yes.
level of the people of the Tamil Nadu. So, what do you think? This scheme should be applied all over India?
So it depends on the how effectively are they implemented, and also because these schemes are basically uh, entirely funded by the government. So we have to also see that how much it affects the economy. Whether these basically these are freebies. For example, the bicycles which are provided, and the televisions which are provided to the people of Tamil Nadu by the government. So how much we have to see that how much effectively it can impact whether these are merit freebies or whether they are not non-merit freebies. So we have to strike a balance between the
And अच्छा किया करो अपने साइड में. Okay. Tell us something. You belong to the Uttar Pradesh. Uttar Pradesh is the most populous state of the India, and I think that it is the top five. If UP has a if UP were a country, it will be in the top 5, top 10 nation of the world. So, the contribution of UP is in the economy of India is not as it contributes as in terms of the population. So, why the UP is behind to the other states like Maharashtra and Tamil Nadu? And what should we UP do to overcome these challenges?
so as you said that Uttar Pradesh, we are lagging behind in terms of our contribution. Yes, our GDP per capita GDP is also even very less compared to the national GDP, which is, for example, the national per capita income is 1,48,000, while In Uttar Pradesh, it is just 70,000. So we are lagging behind in terms of that. One of the main reasons I think is the low level of industrial base in Uttar Pradesh. Uh, we have not been able to catch up in terms of investments, and several of the industries they have not built their plants in Uttar Pradesh, and this also translates to the second problem, which is the low level of unemployment in Uttar Pradesh. We see a large amount of outward migration to other states like the southern states in Maharashtra. So, and also we have not been able to better provide better and employable skills to the youths of Uttar Pradesh. And this also relates to the problem of low level of investments in Uttar Pradesh, because companies and industries will only like to invest in those places where they get skilled workforce. And there is also problem of uh, unstable government in the previous times, and unstable governments which translated to political instability, which also uh, played a very big problem.
Okay. What is the sunrise sector and the sunshine sector?
The sunrise sectors are basically those emerging sectors like the ITs. I'm not very sure about it.
Like the green energy, EV vehicle. And what are the sunshine sector? And the print media, the newspaper, everything is going to digital. Agar ऐसा है. What is the AI? Can you explain the use of AI in the development of the country, or in the what what is the what EPFO can how EPFO can use this AI to serve the its user?
So EPFO,
What is the
first
AI?
of all, basically AI is artificial intelligence. So just like a child learns by its surroundings from the data it gets, just like that we are making computers learn from the data we provide it to it. And computer becomes self-learning. The more data we provide to the machine, to the computer, the more self-learning it becomes. It develops an intelligence of its own based on that data. That is called artificial intelligence, and it has been used in several places. For example, just like I watch Netflix, so it automatically just based on my data, it starts recommending me that what next should I watch. So it has been used at that purpose, and in EPFO also we can use it, because EPFO has a lot. For example, it has the data of about 7 of all its employees which are contributing in the provident fund. So based on their data, we can see that what are the problems they are facing with a particular establishment, which establishments are not compliant with the AI, and what are, so AI will be better able to comprehend that what are the problems, where the problems are there in the efficient functioning of the provident fund, and the claim settlement, in the grievance redressal. In all the parts, we can effectively use artificial intelligence.
We can also, as a medicine, we can also use it like the progressive contribution, where the people we have contributing very low, we can make a rule for the employer that they can increase. There should be something layered wise, like there should not be a limited something 12% and 12%. We can also use the data and check this. If someone is contributing more than 10-20,000 comment, then their contribution should be, then the employer contribution, if lower into employer contribution, it will not hurt. But if someone is contributing just 1,000 rupees, then employer contribution should increase in that issue. जैसे यूज कर सकते हैं, और employer should provide more social security like something insurance and other things. So you qualified for the EO and AO. What is your preference? which job you want if you have some choice?
So basically, I would be comfortable with both the choices, but given a choice, I would basically choose enforcement officer.
Why?
The, there are several reasons. First of all, it is a field job, and I prefer working on the field rather than in an office. But I'm not averse to working in the office, but given a choice, I'll prefer working in the field. And as an enforcement officer, I'll be better be connected with the people, and I'll be able to actually know what are the problems which our establishments are facing and which employees are facing in those organizations.
What type of corruption can happen in our online organization?
So in terms of corruption, though, we are going digital in all our initiatives, in not only just epfo but in all the initiatives. But in terms of corruption, for example, if some company is not compliant with with the EPF and they're not contributing, uh, and EPFO as an organization, it knows that that industry is not compliant and it is not taking any action. So this kind of corruption is can happen. Non-compliance. Basically.
Can you provide some historical perspective of the social security in the ancient, medieval, and the modern India?
So in ancient times also social security was provided. For example, Ashoka also provided for social security of their citizens. Earlier, kings used to provide lands to Brahmins, and there was also charity basis. For example, in uh, temples were there which provided food to the needy people. Uh, Also, in medieval times, rulers like Akbar and Firoz Shah Tughlaq, they also provided for social security of, of the citizens. Like Firoz Shah Tughlaq, he built. There was unemployment offices in the times of Firoz Shah Tughlaq, so where people can go and check for employment scenarios which are available. And in modern times also, social security which was taken up through various acts like EPF and ESIC.
What is the need of these labor code and the social security? We are living in the era of business player where and in the liberalization where we believe that every person should take their own responsibility. What is the need of this?
It's a
In the democracy, uh, why anyone bear others' burden?
because
What is the use of this? What is the need of this social security? Why we cannot? Why simply we can just uh, do our work and go away? Why we need this social security?
So because we have to strike a balance between the individual rights as to the rights of the society. We thrive as a society, and even if one individual in a society is not performing, is not living a life well, he is not only he can be not he will not he because he is not living his life properly. So the entire balance of society can go in it can go bad, because we see a lot of crime rates, and it is linked to the economic scenario also. For example, a person who is not able to earn properly well, and he goes to the wrong path of stealing and robbery. So these all things are linked. If a person is not living life well, he can be a threat to society as well. So it is the responsibility
Means
of
you are saying
society.
that if a person is earning well, it is not just because of him. It is because there is a peace created by the society and all the things. So means there is a why Why is the need of such organization EPF?
Uh, EPFO as an organization, for, for example, because there are a lot of establishments in the country, so EPFO as an organization serves to the social security needs. Its basic purpose is to ensure social security. So this work has been allotted to this organization, and because the fund which will be created, it's a huge amount of funds. So an organization is needed to manage it and to invest it and to provide better returns, and to also ensure that all the establishments are compliant with the law. So this organization caters to all these parts.
Why labor code required?
So labor codes are required because earlier there were a lot of different codes. So that also created problem for not only employers but because for getting a particular for getting one claim they had to get there were several laws which were related to a particular claim. So the situation was that there were confusion about which law they have to follow, and it also provided problems for ease of doing business. And as we are moving towards the era of ease of doing business, we are more focusing on that. So there should be streamlining of laws, and there should be more less number of laws which should provide for better compliance also. So that's why we are moving towards labor.
Does there any amendment in the labor laws or EPFO acts happen in the past?
Yes, sir, there are several amendments that have happened in the EPF Act. For example, in 1973, an amendment happened which provided that those employers who are not compliant with, or those employers who are not contributing, they can be imprisoned for 6 months. So there are several amendments have happened in the past also.
What is the need of these amendments?
So amendments are basically required to cater to the, for example, if we face a new problem, so to solve that problem, we have to create particular changes in the law, and amendment is basically changes. We have to move with the changes. If the society is changing, if the conditions are changing, then our law should reflect that, and that's why we need amendments.
Yeah, like our economy is changing, our worker type of changing. We have who can think that we can have some gig workers also. Someone is giving the work to them, who is also situated more than 1,000 km distance. What is the PLI scheme?
PLI scheme are basically product linked incentive scheme. We are focusing on the Make in India part, and we want to improve our manufacturing base in India. We want more manufacturing to happen in India. That's why we are providing, the government is providing subsidy.
Tell us something about your hometown.
So Fatehpur, basically it is a place, it is a district in Uttar Pradesh. It has a population
ऐसे
of,
बोलो, my hometown is Fatehpur.
my hometown Fatehpur. It is basically a district in basically a district in Uttar Pradesh. It has a population of about 26 lakhs, and geographically it is located in the vicinity of two other important districts like Kanpur and Uttar Pradesh, Kanpur and Prayagraj. And talking about Fatehpur, there are several places to visit in Fatehpur, like Bamni Imli is there. It was a place which was linked to 1857 revolt, where 1552 people were hanged in an Imli tree. And religious places are there, like there's a temple called Tambeshwar temple. It is basically a religious place. It is a temple of Lord Shiva, and thousands of devotees come from the Fatehpur only to visit this temple every day. And in terms of other places, like there is Om Ghat, which is near the river Ganga, and in this place only the saint saint one saint, he practiced here. Bhrigu Rishi, he practiced here. And there are, in terms of economy, it's mostly
Okay, means you are saying that your area is Doab area. What is the meaning of Doab?
Doab area basically a land which is located between two rivers.
Can you name area which is located between the five rivers?
So it is Punjab.
Can you name all five rivers?
So Indus is there, Jhelum is Indus is there, and then Chenab is there, Ravi is there, Satluj is there, and I think Jhelum is also there.
Are you sure that Indus also passed from the Punjab?
So, but it forms the part of the five rivers.
Okay. Can you name that and tributary of the Ganga?
So Yamuna is there, and Kane is there, Betwa is there.
Can you name all the tributary of the Ganga?
Yes. Oh, I think Yamuna. That would be okay.
भाई गंगा यमुना का वीडियो देखते जाना पता नहीं पूछ लेते बहुत बार नहीं हमारा वाला वीडियो what is the native language of the Uttar Pradesh?
So there are several dialects which are spoken across different cities, but basic main link language is Hindi.
What are the tourist places of Uttar Pradesh?
So tourist places of Uttar Pradesh, there's Taj Mahal in Agra, and in Agra Fort is there, and Chitrakoot is there where it's a place of it's a hill station basically. It's a place of religious importance. Then Prayagraj is there, Prayag, where the confluence of Ganga and Yamuna, and apart from that, Ayodhya is there, the birthplace of Lord Ram, and
Mathura,
Mathura is also there.
Kashi.
Yes, Kashi, Varanasi.
अरे यार करो यार यूपी के बारे में मत तुम दिन का बता चले आओ का यूपी इज द हार्ट प्लेस ऑफ हो सकते हो तो इस तरीके से यूपी एंड बिहार वाला मेनली रिलीजियस वन व्हाट आर द मिनरल रिसोर्स ऑफ उत्तर प्रदेश
So Uttar Pradesh is not that much rich in mineral resources, but there are limestone is there, and पढ़ा नहीं
उसकी और बात है बड़ा तरह ऑफ इंडस्ट्रीज उत्तर प्रदेश
the industries there.
उत्तर प्रदेश बात तो ये करो ये क्या बात है what is can you name the account number which provided to every user of the epfo
The universal account number UAN, it is a 12-digit number which is provided to each employee.
what is the purpose of this
So basically, even if the person he changes his employment from one establishment to other, its UAN number which is linked to his Aadhaar and its provident fund, it will be same. So the fund will be transferred to the same UAN number.
fund will be answered or he can provide this UN number to the employer so that the continuous employer can continue the
Yes, sir. So the contribution which will be made by the employers will be to the same UN number. So it will be it will provide a particular identity.
means it is simply identity to every employee which he can provide to the employer and employer can and rest of the in our latest budget which is the can you name top 3 expenditure account and the top 3 revenue account
So the top expenditure, the top was in the interest payment was there, and in terms of schemes in terms of expenditure in the schemes also it was there, and in terms of revenue streams it was GST was one of the topmost incomes, and loans also provided for one of the most revenues.
And income tax, direct income tax,
Is a direct.
whether it's part of the top 3 or not?
I'm not sure about it, but
Means it is not. What can I have? What was the total budget amount of this year? आपको वीडियो देखनी होता है?
अभी देखना है ये सब चीज़ें हमने जल्दी जल्दी करा सारी चीज़ें पढ़नी है, इंटरनेट बहुत चीज़ें पढ़नी पड़ती हैं।
तो लोग क्या मुंह खोलना है बस पूरी बुक लेना. What is the hierarchy in the EPFO?
So hierarchy, EPFO is an organization. At the top of the organization is Central Board of Trustees, which is responsible for taking major of the decisions and policies. And the chairman of this Central Board of Trustees is Labour Minister, Minister of Labour. And then comes the Central Provident Fund Commissioner, CPFC. Then Assistant Central Provident Commissioner, ACPFC. After that, there are Regional Provident Fund Commissioners Grade 1, RPFC. Then RPFC Grade 2, Regional Provident Fund Commissioner Grade 2. Then there is Assistant Provident Fund Commissioner, APFC. After that comes the EO and AO, Enforcement Officers, the Account Officers.
Who is the MP of your city?
MP. Honorable Minister Srimati Sadhi Niranjan Jyoti.
And who is the MLA?
MLA is Mr. Lodi कौन है?
Can Prakash Lodi. How much Vidhan Sabha seats belong to your city? 6.
6. GP special वाली कब कल आएंगे?
What is the minimum amount of pension in the EPS?
EPS minimum amount of pension. I'm not sure about it.
Suppose someone working in the company and he got some disability, so our organization provides some security to that worker or not? What are the rules and regulations for this type of hazardous?
So there is some provision for this, for the disability also, I think.
What are the provisions?
I don't know about it.
तुम्हारी भूमिका चलना चाह रही पार्ट ऑन आई डोंट ला ऑन वो तरह रोज राग मेरे पूछेंगे तेरा काउंटिंग बहुत तमिलनाडु तेरा काउंटिंग.
अरे यार अभी उस दिन हम वो पढ़ रहे थे, वो पूरी वो पढ़ लिए होते तो उसकी एनुअल रिपोर्ट जो थी आगे पढ़ी थी.
हाँ मैं तुमको बता रहा हूँ, चलो वो जरूर पढ़ो.
आधी पढ़ी अभी, चीज़ें तो पढ़नी है.
हम एक तरीके बता दो वहाँ से करना है.
रोज करंट भी पढ़ना है, कितनी चीज़ पढ़नी चाहिए.
पहले काम करो.